Hello, my lovely vigilant owls. I am back, and this is the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine reading. Yes, I'm shuffling on camera for once in a long time. I actually like it. Actually, I miss shuffling like right in front of y'all because I just personally like it. That's just my thing. I do pre-shuffle with the the pick of cards and stuff, but I personally like shuffling. If anyone got a private reading from me, I usually shuffle in the videos. Oh yeah, also I will be doing, I didn't add it to the tarot reading list yet, but I am gonna start doing birthday readings for people. Just message me, and it's not, I'm gonna do it for free because I feel like I feel kind of guided in a sense to do energy birthday readings for people in a sense. So if your birthday's coming up and you want an energy reading and you don't mind it being public, because your messages might resonate for someone else, even if it is your birthday, because we're all connected in some type of way. So if you would like to be my guinea pig, my guinea owl in a sense, is an owl channel, you can just email me at mystical owl or mystical hoot 369. The email is in the description box, but yeah, email's in the description box here, but I do believe it's mystical owl 369 at gmail.com. Don't quote me, please, because I have a lot of work emails from different YouTube stuff. Anyway, so yes, when I was thinking, personally, again, I was gonna do this reading for just me. The reason why I do a lot of cosmic readings for just me personally is because a lot of the time I just kind of feel like no one really needs it. But since I am starting tarot, Spirit's like, no, you need to share these. I'm just like, fine. Sorry. Well, the main reason why I really like sharing my cosmic type of readings in a sense, especially with the divine masculine and feminine, because there's always going to be someone of just pure straight narrow thinking that's going to be like, oh, but I'm in the situation, but I'm a boy or I'm a girl. It's energy. It's energy. It's just energy. If you don't know what I mean by just energy, you might want to go back to whatever religion you got into before coming to tarot cards. I'm sorry. Anyway. Anyway, so you're let's get into the thing. My bad. What else? Oh, Patreon. Yes, Patreon. I have my cards officially. My apologies again for this long intro. I'll put the description box when the reading starts so you guys don't have to, sit through this. But anyone that is interested in my Patreon, I don't want anyone to join the Patreon right now, just because it's not fair if you pay me and I don't have a video up. I only have a welcome thing up right now. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the physical, so I haven't been able to get to it. Plus I haven't gotten all my tarot cards yet, but guess what? I have them now. So I will be starting shadow work, zodiac readings, and twin flame readings on Patreon. How to get to, now let me say this real quick for everyone that's so excited, yes, twin flame readings. Listen, twin flames aren't what you think, okay? Your twin flame is yourself, which means externally you're gonna pull in yourself, and if you aren't healing yourself, you're gonna get a distorted version of yourself. That is what twin flames are. So those shadow work readings will be for the twin flame readings will be for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, whether you take it as internally just you or you and your partner. It's gonna be the shadow, sorry, I'm all over the place. I didn't write any of this down. I'm going off the top of my head, and I'm not really good at going off the top of my head. I'm more good at writing stuff down, hence why I have the inner child stories. Those are still put on hold because everything that's going on. Sorry guys. I know you guys are excited to hear more inner child stories, but I really miss writing. I love writing. But anywho, I'm rambling about myself. The Patreon. The shadow work twin flames is going to be you doing your shadow work to integrate your feminine and divine masculine internally, so that you can pull in your, I don't want to say perfect mirror, but a clear mirror image in a sense, but it's not foggy. So if you do want your twin flame, you're gonna have to do a lot of work, because there's a lot of twin flames, because it's energy. So energy matches energy. So if you want a twin flame and you're not doing the work, doing your work, doing what you need to do to get to this level to where you don't have to deal with distortion on top of distortion, you're gonna pull in some pretty effed up people in this work. So this is just my little warning. Do as thy will. Come to the Patreon if you're interested in learning how to pull in your twin flame through your shadow work. Okay, those are the first couple videos that will be up starting this weekend or Friday night, but I'm gonna say Saturday. I want to start doing those videos Saturday. But anywho, yes, let's get into the reading. Let me have some tea first, because I like talked for 6 straight minutes. I love black tea. I mean, I just love drinking tea in general, but black tea with lemon and a bit of sugar, how my grandpa used to make it for me when I was a little kid, I love it. I love it. Especially when I was sick, he would make it for me. I love it. Anywho, sorry. Look at me reminiscing. But that also coincides with what's going on with this reading. So I'm gonna title it Trials and Tribulations, if anyone loves The Princess and the Frog like me and my partner does. I was cleaning up a bit, playing with Taxi, and I just randomly, the random song popped in my head, Princess and the Frog, where she's singing with her mother, or to her mother, and she's in the nice yellow thing. I don't know why I had to point it out, but nice yellow, kind of like Oshun, that's probably why. And I kept hearing the same lyric, trials and tribulations. I had my share. There ain't nothing gonna stop me now, because I'm almost there. Yes. Trials and tribulations, my lovely vigilant owls. I understand the energy has been, it's been like a very distorted Saturn energy. I'm not that into the planet, so don't quote me. But the energy that I've been like tapping into, and it's been kind of weird. So hopefully I'm not the only one that's been feeling this, but notice how everyone has been so excited for like Taurus moon, this and that, etc. But a lot of the people that are truly tapped into this energy workers, etc., whatever you want to label yourself as in this work, it feels like more dark days ahead than brighter days. I'm gonna be completely straight honest with you. Not what's going on in the physical, more of what's happened, what's coming down spiritually. And those that are aligned in their work, whether you're aligned with your partner, or if you're aligned with yourself and your higher self, lower self, and they're all integrated and stuff, court date is here. Your court date is here. That's kind of what I was getting, and especially with a lot of Met energy that has been going on, your court date is coming, and a lot of people are gonna be going to the big house. I'm sorry, that's the channeling I got. Oh, I love this tea. Sorry. I'm gonna start taking a bit more of my time with my videos as well, because personally I do like it. I do like having to just relax, getting the messages out, and not having to feel like I have to like bleh it out just so I can get to the point. But I like taking my time. A few people that have reached out that do, a few of my subscribers have reached out and say they do like this a bit more, me just talking slow, really getting into the reading, really getting into the, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this for a while. Get used to like 45 to an hour long videos. It's gonna be a mix between these heavy kind of readings and you know, stuff, and heavy kind of readings and regular pickup cards. But anyway, let me stop you know, sidetracking a bit. Maybe that's also it. That could also be it, because I've been experiencing that as well, with a lot of not really distractions, but getting stuck on a mental loop. Right now, it's very, very easy to get trapped in your anxieties, worries, fears, etc. Hence why I really didn't understand why a lot of people were like, oh, this is happy times, this is great. And I'm just over here like, y'all not reading the energy? Something really big is coming on the horizon and it does not feel good. And if you aren't like really up on your game, forget the ancestors, I'm sorry. There's this teacher, does he call himself a teacher? I'm not sure, but if anyone knows El Judge, he made a video where he does real talk real fast, and he talked about how don't call on the ancestors all the time because they got their own spiritual work. Just because they dead doesn't mean they want to come back here to constantly help you. Call on the energies, call on the gods and goddesses that did their work, and just come here to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Call on your gods and goddesses, call on your higher self. That's who you need at this time. Not your ancestors, not your grandma, not the aunts. Yes, their energy here is very nice and comforting, but they are not going to help you for what's coming down here. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. They are not going to help you. They are most likely going to pack up and leave. They're going to pack up and run. So if you only rely on your ancestors to get you through certain things, you're going to have a rude awakening. Sorry, that's kind of just what came through. So after like 12 minutes, let's get this started. So, trials and tribulations. I'll be using mainly Oracle decks. So I'm going to be using Earth Wisdom, Moonology, Animal Spirit, and Gaia. Gaia Dreams is going to be for how we can ground ourselves to prepare for what's coming down, either personally or cosmically, for everyone, for the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. Whatever pops up, pops up. If it's like romance, etc. It's not really a tower moment. I'm hearing like it's a tower part 2. So you know when like the official building like collapses, but then they have to do the cleanup, but it's not really that part of the cleanup yet. It's more of the building is still burning, that type of thing. So it's still kind of collapsing, but it's kind of like in a part 2. So it's really collapsing. Like, so first because what I'm seeing is the tower, it already collapsed, but it's still burning. So you can't touch it. So in the sense of, say a problem comes up and cooler heads need to prevail, but no one's really ready to still talk about it, that type of thing. If anyone needed to hear that. Yeah, probably because my throat chakra isn't dry or anything. It's just more of, it's hard to not get the words out, in a sense, hard to articulate the exact accurate feeling. So possibly you're dealing with that on having trouble processing what you want to speak about. So with that being said, after 13 minutes, I'm so sorry guys. Let's get started officially now. So we're going to start with I want to do Tarot Oracle first. I will pull the, let me do Earth first. Alright, so what's popping up for the Divine Protection? 12 also being, I take it as being in the circle of time. So especially in this physical plane right now, you're gonna have divine protection, but you can't just rely on calling on whoever you need to call on. You gotta have to put in the work right here. See how even though the spiritual energy is here in the circles, she still has to get the flowers, the candles, the flame. She still has to put in the work to get this divine protection. I feel like 3 needs to come out, so I'm gonna see if 2 more pop out. Anything else? Anything else for this? Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Responsibility 10 in reverse. These cards don't really have a reversal, I don't think, but I'm gonna keep it as reverse. That's interesting. Ooh. So I just heard stop giving us the responsibility for your own, I don't want to say mess. They say mess, but it doesn't feel like a mess. Stop giving them the responsibility of stop giving us the responsibility constantly. So like I was saying, how constantly calling on your ancestors to job, relationship, protection, like, yeah, they really want to iterate, like, you have to rely on yourself and other powers. You can't just rely on your dead relatives. You can't, because they're human too. They just because they're dead doesn't mean they still don't have stuff to do on the other side. So that's also coming up. That's why that's also probably why that court date information came up that they channeled. It's because when you have to face the judge, like, if hopefully no one ever went to court or jail or whatever the hell, but when you go to court, you have a court date for, like, I don't know, speeding ticket or killed someone, whatever you did. Your family can't help you in that situation. I mean, they could pay for a lawyer if they can't afford it, but if you have to face serious charges for whatever happened, you're gonna want someone professional. You're gonna want someone that knows what they're doing. You don't want to just call your grandma because she's on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandma doesn't really know either, especially if she wasn't conscious before she passed over. I don't know who the hell needs to keep hearing this, but stop calling your ancestors. They're not going to help you with what's coming. Not saying don't call them at all, because they do have a certain level of comforting, like angels do, like certain angels do, comforting you in your heart space when you really need that loving affection, especially if, like, living relatives aren't helping you. But they're not Superman when it comes to very intense protections. That's why you have your Baron Zombies. That's why you have your Oshuns, you have the Yeminyas, you just have the Orishas, you have the Barons, you have all these different pathologies to tap into for your divine protection, in a sense. Because you can't bring a knife to a gunfight. You gotta bring something a little bit more stronger. Just saying. Also, it could be because also the way things are going, the ancestors could be, like, taking it back because they have been released. So with all this energy that has been, flaring and portals opening up, they've been going through those portals and leaving. So this is kind of like their farewell, in the sense, like, hey, we're about to bounce. You might want to call someone else. So, okay, one more. Let's see if one more pops up. Ooh, 2 more popped up. Hold on, I'll be right back. But here's the first one. Grace 14. Let's see what this one was. And 17, clarity. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Don't give the responsibility to us. Understand that this is also a period of grace where you need to, I don't want to say be grateful, but don't be so worried that, oh my goodness, something terrible is coming. No, it's just saying when you're having, like, say you're having an anxiety attack about something, like say you're financially stressed, like a lot of people are at the moment. You can't be calling grandma to be like, grandma, I need to pay rent. That's not going to help you. It's not. So in this grace period, in a sense, it's bringing you clarity. Well, bringing many clarity that this divine protection, you also need to put your own magic to it. You can't just rely on calling people. You gotta clean your altars. You gotta put up altars. I know some people don't really like doing altars, but it's a representation of yourself. So if you don't want to, put up an altar to represent yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. Anywho, sorry. So with that being said, let's see what's going on with the divine masculine, divine feminine with this here. Gaia, I love you. Oh, look at that. Desire for the divine feminine. Let's see. What do you got for the divine feminines collectively with the earth wisdoms that I just pulled? Okay, for some reason I want me to stop and read Grace real quick. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Someone wants me to read Grace, so I'm gonna read Grace for them. Probably Q. Q. Sorry. What's that? 14. There we go. Grace. Rue encourages self-acceptance, receptivity to grace, and bring the physical and spiritual into harmony. Kazite encourages miracles and love. We can be our own worst critics. Berating yourself separates you from divine grace, which is a grit. Lord. Which is a gift freely given to all. To receive grace and divine love, you must accept yourself and realize you are worthy. See yourself through the eyes of grace. You, after all, carry a spark of divine in your heart. I am a child of the divine. I honor and value myself. I know that I am worthy of love and grace from the divine and from others, including myself. Yeah, that just fell. I'll pick it up later. I guess that was Spirit's way of mic dropping. But yeah. Sorry, I know I'm reiterating this, but I guess I really need to drill this in someone's head. That in order for you to have the strongest divine protection possible, you have to stop putting the responsibility on just your ancestors. You need to put on your big girl pants, big boy pants, and realize I need to put in some work too. I need to do a little bit more to get this protection. And that's the clarity that's coming in. Like, you have to start using your own wings, my lovely owl. Is what it is. So, let's continue with the, after getting that message out again. Divine feminine, you have desire. What else comes out for you? Oh, healing right next to it too. Desire to heal. Interesting. Let's see what else pops out. I'm gonna do the full pull for divine masculine and divine feminine before I do the entire, spread reading. Oh, and sorry if you can't fully see the cards. My bad. I'm still working on camera angles here. New location. I know. Nope. Okay, 4. Is this 3 or 4? Yeah. Okay. We'll take this because it fell. What else for the divine masculine? I gotta do it in 3s. I'm sorry. Sometimes they like just throwing like half the deck at me. Anything else? Union. Okay, what else? What else for the lovely masculine vigilant owls? 3 of water. Underneath that, we got, what is this? 5 of water. Wait, no, I said 5 of water. Lord. 6 of water. There we go. Underneath that, real quick. 10 of water. Which would kind of be 10 of cups, but because this deck is a little weird, It's, this card specifically, oh, look at that, abundance at the, underneath as well. But, with the 10 of water here, it's usually like it would be the 10 of cups, but here it's more of her being able to use the ebb and flow in a sense to her advantage. See how here, what is that? Ah, the goddess. Yeah, she's using her power here, her magic, her goddess abilities, whatever side you're on, Madinspired. We all have it. She's She's using her divine gifts to bring the ebb and the flow, the ups and downs, to her advantage. And it's bringing her abundance. There you go. Anywho, sorry. Divine Feminine, you are, well, on the surface here, you're desiring the more healing in a sense. I said in a sense, Lord. Sorry, there's so much different things, so many different energies right now. Anywho. Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines, you're both really in your heads a lot on how to, well, for different reasons. And let me clarify that, for different reasons. The Divine Feminine is in her head because she is desiring to heal mainly her heart. Matter of fact, all her chakras, but mainly her heart, in order to unlock more of her gifts. Because she knows that there's still, because the more work you do with healing your traumas, healing your wounds, understanding and deactivating your triggers, the more intense and more of a flow your magic is, your energy is. When it's not distorted, when you're in complete clarity, because I know a few of it, when you're meditating and you're in that ultimate state of peace, you feel like you can do anything. And that is what the Divine Feminine is trying to manifest in a sense. Like, see how he or she, could be, but looks like a male. But notice how the person here, they're in a dark room with a random eye, possibly in their mind's eye, with all these energies helping them get the desire they want, which is healing here, that they really want to heal. Whatever it is. Family, friends, whatever your trauma is, you really almost, I won't say desperate, but it's kind of like that, almost desperately just want to get it over with, because it's like, I know what I'm capable of, but I can't reach it because I'm still in this healing process. I'm still healing. But in this healing, you're discovering a lot of, not just self-love, just feeling unconditional love from the universe in general. I don't like really saying the universe, from spirit in general. Like, once you really sit down with yourself and really just analyze, not really just your life, you don't have to analyze your life 24/7, that's a headache, trust me. Because who wants to sit there and just analyze 24/7 on purpose? Look at that, they're arguing. See, told you. Anyway. See. But anyhow, yeah, the real desire to go within more, to heal, so that you can feel this love, so you can have love for yourself, bring in love. So that's why the Divine Feminine is in her head a lot, which is why she kind of needs this clarity. And it could be in the situation where a lot of Divine Feminines, in a sense, also are under this heavy protection, so that they can go into hermit mode. So if you, for some reason, every time you try to leave the house, something comes up, or if you end up in a situation where you can honestly just stay home for a while, that's probably most likely Spirit wanting you to stay there so you can purge and do this energy. For the Divine Masculines here, you're in your head to get answers from Spirit on how to fully bring in your, I don't want to say Divine Feminine. And you're just kind of going with the flow of it. You're not really, you're in your head a lot about it, but you're still able to, you're not as in a hermit-like state like the Divine Feminine with the desire. You're just more of, you're heavily thinking about it, especially with the Eagle. Spirit is trying to bring in a lot of clarity for you through this resting period, in a sense. I don't know why I had to say resting period, but I guess a lot of people are resting right now, to figure out how you're going to bring yourself into union and possibly your divine counterpart. And you're really going to the flow with it. You're really going with the flow with everything. So even if you're divine feminine and you have mainly, I'm not saying all divine feminines are just stuck in their head and they're in hermit mode, but if you're in feminine energy, that's kind of where you are. With the divine masculines, you're gaining this clarity, you're analyzing, well, not really analyzing, I keep saying analyzing. You're really thinking about and looking back, in a sense, on how you can, like, old patterns, in a sense, using those old patterns to figure out not really where you went wrong or anything like that. It's not like you're analyzing relationships and it's just like, oh, we didn't work out for this. No. So you have a new person. It would be, I wouldn't say a new person, but you have this new energy coming in and you're not really sure how to deal with it, in a sense. So you're just kind of looking back on all of the previous times that kind of fit that situation to figure out how to deal with this one. So with the integration, like, oh, okay, I've seen, for instance, if you're integrating, you would see 111, 222. A lot of people would see, like, triple numbers, the four numbers at the sense too. And you're like, okay, I've seen this before. What does it mean? What am I supposed to be doing here? Like in a sense, you can't go at things how you used to. So you're just kind of analyzing and trying to figure out what is the best way to handle this new situation based on old patterns. It's not like you're just going, oh, okay, it's this way. You're just trying to figure out, okay, it's not really fitting this, but basically you're just trying to mix everything together so that you can deal with the new situation at hand in a creative way. That was a lot. And in you thinking with the divine masculine, he is having almost fun with it. Like, he's prepared to have the fun because, even though he still has these bondages, probably soul ties or just past stuff that still he needs to break away from, her wrists are still free. So he's still feeling the sense of freedom. So he doesn't feel as bogged down in his mind like the divine feminine does. He's just more of like, okay, I need to start integrating. I am gonna figure this out. I'm gonna sit down and get it done. Where the divine feminine is here trying to figure out in this intense dark, because here divine protection and responsibility in reverse is on the divine feminine. Here it's the grace and clarity. So if we're just looking at energy here, as we always are, but from just an energetic standpoint, your divine feminine side is trying to figure out how to get deeper, pure healing in order to be able to work from a pure state of love after healing. And once you figure that out, and once you realize the powers in you, other energies that are more powerful, that's when your mental state goes from sluggish and on repeat, from constantly thinking to it slides over to the divine masculine. And okay, I need to integrate this in order to feel more free. And that's when that breakthrough comes through. Okay? Oh, that was a lot. We'll pull one card for... Usually I do like 3 stacks, but I don't really feel the need to do that right now because this is just a general thing. But so yeah, we're gonna pull one more Gaia to see how these energies are connecting. Well, the outcome for both these energies in a sense. And then we're gonna pull some advice. Self popped up if you wanted to. Just real quick, this is what fell out. Self. Okay. Connecting energy for the divine for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. 2? Okay. Queen of Earth and knowledge. Ooh. Look at that. With the hero and the youth. Realizing it's time to write your own story. That's it. Just realizing it's time to write your own story. It's time to burn whatever book someone gave you on how you're going to do things and becoming your own hero. What did the Lord, I don't know what that was. Queen of Earth with knowledge. Really grounding yourself to understand the messages that are coming through, because to understand the messages that come through, because here divine feminine, she's in her mind and she has all these energies, even got the ram, another eagle, a dragon, all powerful messengers, the eye, the lotus, right? Yeah, all these powerful messengers. Once she grounds with all of the knowledge that she is getting from spirit, that's when the integration can fully continue, and you'll start feeling a bit more freer, and I don't want to say constricted, but you don't feel as much pressure, because once you sit down, and no matter what's going on, and I had to learn this myself, no matter what is going on, you got to remember it can always be worse. You could be in the worst of the worst, but it can literally always be worse. So the main thing you can do in those intense pressure periods is to analyze your situation right now and just figure, okay, it's not going to end today. It's not going to end tomorrow. So I can relax. I remember watching this video, and it helps me a lot when I'm having, my anxiety issues. If you move on a what if, you're gonna be in trouble. Don't move on a what if. Just focus on the problem. So, for instance, job loss. I know I keep bringing it up. A lot of people facing it. They keep giving it to me. If it's just like, oh, okay, I'm really worried. I can't think, can't do this. Understand, like, okay, I have my bills are paid for the month. I have food. Yes, I don't have like a source of income right now, but at least right now it's not terrible. So you just take one step at a time, so you're not so overwhelmed with everything that is going on, including your healing. So yeah, probably multiple family wounds, etc., traumas. You can't just take it on completely. And you can't just dump it on the ancestors to fix everything for you. Just sitting down, hell, even writing down all of your triggers and then dealing with everything one by one to gain that clarity and that grace period. Because I keep bringing up grace period, so it really feels like this is a grace period to where just before you gotta face the judge, we're gonna give you couple days to like figure out what you're gonna say, in a sense. So yeah, I think that's about what I got for that one right there. All right. Heavy commitments are being tested as well. Let me pull. Do I want to do? You know what? I've been focusing on the animals a lot. Let's see what Animal Spirit got to say. So the reason why I'm showing this is because when I pick up my decks, most times I pick them up, all of the cards are in my hand. But recently, when I pick up my deck, a card is always left behind, no matter how tightly I grip it. So this really wanted to come out. Tarantula. This is a crossroads card right here. That little energy I was talking about, where it feels really like pressure and you gotta make a decision, something like that, or you're trying to figure out what to do. This one right here. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna shuffle. Ooh. Alright, let's see here. Tarantula. Don't mind my lip singing. Don't mind me. I just get really happy when I get to do readings for you guys, because y'all understand how much tarot really just is just therapy for me. And possibly therapy for you guys as well, but mostly for me, because I just love tarot so much. Where's the tarantula? Tarantula is hiding. So maybe this is also a hidden crossroads where you're not really aware of it until you really sit down. Like, you ever had those moments where you have no idea what's bothering you until, like, maybe someone asks you how you're doing, or you don't really know until someone triggers it? It's also feeling like that. It's not like you're ignoring it, it's just you're not aware of what needs to be, you know, dealt with, because, yeah. I'm still trying to find tarantula. There we go. There we go. Alright, tarantula. One more time. Also, look at that solar plexus around them with that red. So also, this is also really affecting solar plexus and root chakra. So really get on those. I'll post some plural beats as well with the timestamps in it if anyone's interested in listening and meditating to those for this. So, at a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deepest purpose, or Dagra? Damra? I'm gonna just say karma. No, Daharama. I'm not a word wizard, don't mind me. A habit or routine from your past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet, a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find happiness, you must choose Dogma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over intellectualizes. To bring it to balance, daily journaling. My lovely tarantulas. So if you're in this crossroad moment, you know what to do. Go to Dollar Tree, get you like $2, and go get a pen and paper and start writing down. Alright, any advice for the divine feminines in this time? Collectively. Oop, bat. Oop. Alright, we'll take it since it came up face. Bat and shark. Underneath that, we got cheetah. So, again with the yellow and the red. This time the yellow is outward, and it's going from yellow, orange to red. So, possibly you want to work on that as well for the divine feminines. If you're more in divine feminine energy, working with your lower 3 chakras will help you in this time with cheetah, because that energy is coming in fast. I will read that in a minute, but bat and the shark. So I'm getting you just trying to, again, just figure out in this clarity of the divine protection, realizing you can't constantly put responsibilities on just your ancestors. You're trying, as you're in this hermit-like state in your mind, you're trying to do this healing, and the bat is here to close out that cycle for you. Shark spirit, I gotta look that up. But I'm getting really energy of not really knowing how to close it out, honestly. Because say if you're having family issues and you haven't talked to your family in years and they change your numbers, you got to bring that closure to yourself. So you're just trying to figure out how. A lot of people are just trying to bring closure, because I know sometimes it doesn't even that you don't want to call people. It's just really like, you know, how toxic they are, and they're not really gonna take responsibility. So it's up to you to take responsibility for yourself and bringing that clarity. No, I'm sorry, that closure just for you. Don't worry about them. Don't let external things dictate how you heal. I don't know who that was for. So someone, it was for someone. All right, bat and shark. Let's do this. Look at that. I found bat immediately, but couldn't find, you know what, spirit. Anywho. Darkness letting go, death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that is invisible in the daylight hours. Excuse me. Yes, it was a burp. If you want to click off, I understand, because that was a little gross. Anywho. The bat is a master of the subtle senses of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. When in balance, accepts, adapts, adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go, reminisces. To bring into balance, watch the sunrise. Sun gazing, if you haven't heard of it, it's very healing. I've done it before I moved, but I can't kind of do it here because there's all the trees in the way, but it's very healing and peaceful. No one's outside. All right, looking for shark now. All right, shark. Come on. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. And look at that, desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. The card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths. It's lurking in the depths in this dark place that you're trying to find within your mind, soul, whatever. Divine feminines. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. I almost said shadow. Look at that. Do your shadow work, divine feminines. Do your shadow work. And if you are doing it, you need to consult with a few energies to figure out what's going on. Figure out what else you're missing. Shark energy takes over. Don't worry, that's me too. I gotta consult after I get out of here too. I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me too. I watch my own readings too, because sometimes I need the lessons myself, whatever I pick up. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be truly ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence and circulating us. When in balance, integrating? No. Intrigating. Again, not a word wizard. Captivating, mysterious. Oh, intriguing. There we go. Intriguing. I don't know why I couldn't. I could say it, but looking at the word, it's like, what? When out of balance, sneaky, destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. Oh, right, and I was gonna read cheetah. Cheetah. Freedom now. I don't know what that song is. If anyone knows what that song is, please put the link in the comments. I really want to listen to that song. It goes freedom now. Something like that. Yeah. It's from a movie, but you know how hard it is to find movie soundtracks, especially if you don't know the movie name. Anyway, I'm ranting. I am ranting. Lord. Maybe someone really wants to watch a movie while they're watching this. Well, whenever they watch this. I don't know. Anyway. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the atome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from within this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within the cheetah personality is palatable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. I'm saying it again. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to why before you start running. When balance achieves anything, balance energy. When out of energy. Maybe someone is out of energy and they're tired. It's nap time, I guess. Impatient, competitive. To bring it to balance, reconnect to purpose. So that was for the divine femmies. Let's do divine masculine. The only reason why I'm doing different animal spirit cards for divine masculine and divine feminine is because I feel like there's different animal spirits that they need to tap into, because they are in different mental states at the moment, where they need, well, divine masculine just figure out how to integrate themselves to bring in the divine feminine, where divine feminine is trying to figure out more shadow work, more healing, in order to work in a more unconditional love status with the universe to align. Sorry. And the way you do that, even with both mental areas, is grounding yourself and really analyzing those hidden things that you don't really want to look at, or looking at your triggers, figuring out what's actually bothering you, figuring out how you process things, how you process emotions, how you close out cycles, how you do this, how you do that, so you aren't in this almost mentality of I'm not good enough for whatever comes my way. That's kind of what it is. A lot of times where we constantly call on the ancestors for a lot of mundane things is because we feel like we can't do it ourselves without some kind of help. And you don't need help. You just need to believe in yourself. That's all you gotta do. The magic is within you, not without. A raccoon. Alright, anything else for the divine masculines? Ooh, okay. I don't want to take all these, but yeah, no. They're not saying no go. Sorry. They said put them back. They really did. So put them back. Anything? Oh, yep. There we go. Ah, vulture. Okay, look at that. Ooh, and otter spirit. Oh, I love otter spirit. I really do. Okay, so fun. Okay, divine masculines. Let's do this. Oh, and sorry if the video cuts out. I don't know how long this can go before it does, so just bear with me. Almost done. Well, technically almost done. Still gotta pull moon. Where is my raccoons? You don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Where are my raccoons at? Where are my raccoons? There we go. Raccoon. This is also earth energy as well. So, sorry. For the divine feminines, you have air and water. Like I said, mental and emotional. Really analyzing your emotions to heal for your alignment, so that you can feel that, so you can work from a place of love instead of like almost anxieties, etc., or just from a lesser high frequent. I'm not saying you're in the lower energy, just more of you can always go higher in a sense when you're trying to achieve that status. So yeah, if anyone needed those elements. For the divine masculine, you have raccoon and vulture, so that's earth and air, so really grounding your mental state, just to simplify things, you know. Talented, shadowy, and hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tendency, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using the stage name or wearing a mask works in a artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Who am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Sorry. Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. To bring into balance, generous friend, exponential artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. Vulture spirit. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom. When out of balance, dramatic, aggressive. To bring into balance, cleanse your space, and sage. And let me read Otter Spirit. Yeah, guys, work on your throat chakra, please. So after, I think I'm gonna do a reading, maybe today too, because I really want to. I might do a reading on, sorry, I didn't mean to thump my mic, probably heard that mad loud, but anyway. I might do a reading on the throat chakra. Since I've been having so many issues on it, I'm pretty sure you guys are too. I think I'm gonna do a reading on throat chakra as well. Just because I want to. And I love tarot that much. Yeah, I think I'm also going to put those on Patreon, but I'm also going to do half here on whatever is like a collective issue with the chakra system. I'll do a spread and put it publicly, but I'm going to do more chakra based readings as well on my Patreon. I don't know what tier that is, but it's a tier. Anywho, Otter. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter, represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself as a little more otter, with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration waits. When in balance, full of love, needs nothing. When out of balance, gloomy, sighs, make silly excuses. To bring it to balance, dance or celebration. So you don't have to beat you, like I said, with this card right here, it kind of coincides with this one. And how, sorry. Oh, underneath that fire ant, but it's not really important. See how these two kind of cards, this looks a bit more like they're in a water type thing. Even in this darkness right here, it's the otter's light is pushing it away. So even though the darkness is still here, it doesn't even recognize it because it's just so full of light. So divine masculines. Even if you're in this dark night of a soul in your mental state, have fun with it. You don't have to be like, oh, woe is me. Oh, I made some terrible mistakes. Oh, I'm paying for this. Oh, my heart is not as light as a feather. Well, get it light as a feather. Otter energy. Call on it. Bringing that playfulness and like maybe you're thinking about like a really bad situation that you were in or dealing with. Maybe trying to find the comedy in it. Crack a joke to just release that tension from your heart chakra so it can bring so much clarity. Because if it's always stress on your heart, you're not going to really be thinking from the most clearest place. You're just going to be thinking, I need to get back to not being so stressed. But cup of tea, bath if you want, play some video games to get your mind off of it for a little while, and then come back to it if you need to. That's it. All right, moon. Let's see how things are going. See how this goes with moon. Oh, we're at an hour, so it hasn't cut off yet. So yeah, hold your vision. What else? I feel 4 wants to come out for this, so let's see what pops up. Anything else for both divine masculine and divine feminine collectively? Moonology. Oh, this fell for on the masculine side. The divine feminine side. A new start is coming, divine feminine, so whoever needed to hear that. Collectively, hold your vision, guys. If you want peace in your house, you're gonna get it. Just keep holding on to it. If you want that promotion at work, keep doing it. Luck is on your side as well. Okay, let me shuffle over here because he's just giving you all the cards. Anything for divine masculine? Well, this is all for you guys, for both energies, but it mainly keeps tipping over at the itchy nose. Yeah, it's right on your nose. Look at that. It's right, like, you know that saying, right on the tip of your tongue? Well, it's right on the tip of your nose. What do you need to release, divine masculines? I'm sorry, that was funny to me. Because, like, vulture, and then, you know, yeah. I love shuffling when I'm on camera. It's so great. Okay, one more. Anything else? Ooh. Don't let the past hold you back. Again, these moonology cards are for everyone, but since they keep falling over here between energies, and show the world the real you. Don't constantly keep pushing down the emotions. Take time to sit down and analyze what you're thinking, feeling, what spirit is telling you. Because, guys, again, our court date is coming up, and a lot of us might be going to the big house if we don't get it together. Okay, energetically or literally, however you want to take it. Maybe you got a court date coming up, but metaphorically speaking, figuratively speaking, possibly literally, get it together if you need to. Sit and analyze, and yeah, that's about it. So I know this wasn't the most fun readings like the Shrek channeling I got, but this is a bit more because, yeah, I'm literally hearing a gabble like courts in session. So this is kind of your warning in a sense. Stop calling the ancestors, calling some real power. Heck, for my Bobby Hibbett fans, go back to dark side for a little bit if you got to. But for right now, you're gonna get that divine protection, but you're not gonna get it if you're just sitting around, not cleaning your altars, not doing anything with spirit, just constantly calling on people and not really offering anything, etc. What else? That's about it. And it's not like you have to take, it's not like it's a heavy burden. It's not that 10 of Wands energy. It's more of a baby bird kicking its kid out the nest. Like, okay, you gotta go now. You gotta you gotta use your wings. You have to use your wings, my vigilant owls, if you haven't been. But most of my vigilant owls, they have been. But possibly I'm gonna get some newcomers, and there's possible messages for them. You gotta use your wings, guys. You have to. It's time. It's time. Alright. Well, that's all I got for you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, my lovely vigilant owls. Please be sure to give me a hoot in the comments to let me know how this reading turned out for you. Does it resonate? Or are you just cross-watching? Also, let me know what you want to see on Patreon, because, you know, I want to hear from my lovely vigilant owls on what they want to see. So, yeah. Also, I could also do this. I don't mind doing it. If you are interested, if anyone wants a bit of a example or taste of how I do my readings that I have listed at the end of the credits, just comment underneath, and whoever gets the most likes, I will do that spread collectively, so you guys can just see how that goes. Okay. So yeah, with that being said, thank you for flying in with me, my lovely vigilant owls. Thank you for listening to my rants and my in and out channeling, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.